Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the mini-series where we are bringing you 5 films thematically related to the film we are covering on the main feed. Today we are doing 5 films for Hotel Artemis. I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Capps. Truman, it is great to see you.
Landon, it's great to be seen. I'm just going to take a guess right now. Some of our related movies are going to be Hotel Rwanda, Hotel for Dogs, Grand Hotel, Grand Budapest Hotel,
Okay.
And what's a 5th hotel movie? Bates Motel is a TV show.
We're going into the spooky dimension. There's a million scary hotel movies. Hotel Hell, for instance.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Name more of them, Landon. You seemed quite confident that you could name a million of them.
I
Surely you wouldn't show your
I just
entire ass on the podcast like this and not have the other ones ready.
I don't want to do it. You can't make me.
No, yeah, that's true. I can't. What relevant movies do you have for Hotel Artemis, a movie that I liked quite a lot, you liked quite a lot, and you, the listener, might enjoy as well?
Yes. Okay, these are not recommendations. They are just 5 films that are thematically related, influenced by, or that influenced Hotel Artemis. Let's go with the first one.
Wholehearted recommendations. Yes, go ahead.
These are... The machine is providing these to us now.
Yep, chosen, handpicked by Landon, these movies. The Purge! Directed by James DeMonaco. In another time, another place, another life, I read the spec script for this when I was doing script coverage at my internship when I was first getting started as a Hollywood failure, and it was one of my favorite spec scripts that I read. I felt very similar to about this that I did to Hotel Artemis, where I was like, this is clever, this is a good premise, it doesn't last too long, and it tells an interesting story contained to a single space in a budget-conscious way.
And set in a near future about kind of classism and privilege and who gets what and criminals having free reign.
Yeah. And, and also the one thing I will say about the script that I read that was being sent around Hollywood before it got made was that the script was great, and then, on the last page, there was the most badly shoehorned in, reference to some other stuff to open up the door for a sequel. Like, this character who's been unconscious or something the entire time is suddenly like, well, I was in the Marines, and I punched my commanding officer, and now I'm gonna go rendezvous with these people over here, and you should come with me. And it's like, oh, okay. Did you add that right before you sent it out? Anyway, that's not a good story.
there wasn't a shadow that ran by a hallway in the mid-credits sequence.
It was just much more elegant the way Jodie Foster in Hotel Artemis says, there's another Hotel Artemis in Las Vegas. Why don't you go there and have a new adventure?
Yeah.
So are you up on The Purge? Are you a Purge fan?
No, I'm not. I don't hate this first one. It's fine. I've seen it twice. I'm not up on the franchise, though. I will say that.
There's a lot of them now, yeah.
Yeah, I lost interest. It does seem like it has potential to go to some, weird places, which I'm always up for, but the sequel, I started drudging through it, and then the third one, I'm just like, I can't fucking do any more of these. Though there's not a lot of continuity to them, so I'm sure I could put on, whatever the one set in Mexico is and, not feel like I'm missing much from the continuity of the series. So maybe I'll do that at some point.
Yeah, there's been a real surge of Purges lately, and I don't feel the urge to see any more of them.
All right, let's keep going to the next film.
John Wick Chapter 2. And after that big conversation we had about John Wick on the main feed episode.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, I have not seen any of the Wicks. Why Chapter 2 and not the first one?
You asked the correct question.
I'm good at that.
Chapter 2 expands the ethos or the mythos of the Continental, this assassin's place where they go, and it's a kind of
it's a hotel, right?
It is a hotel, but it's also like a what's the word I'm looking for, Truman? A truce area,
Oh,
a place where
safe
there-
space.
a safe space.
Your
Yes,
safe
where
space liberals.
there are a lot of rules, and you can't conduct business. Maybe you can conduct business, but you can't, like, you can make deals, but you can't, like, do assassins stuff on the premises. You can't break those rules.
Okay, well, I mean, you can do assassin stuff in terms of making arrangements to assassinate
Yes.
people. You just can't do the assassinating there.
Correct, yeah.
I would simply never leave the Continental. I would be like Jodie Foster, and then I could never get assassinated because I just always stay inside.
What happens when you are forced to do assassin stuff to save your own life on the Continental ground and break the rules? It happens in this movie.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So I should just jump right into John Wick Chapter 2. I don't need to see the first one, right? Zero continuity here.
I don't know. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that, like, I'm exhausted by. So, this is hugely popular, and I think people really respond to that, like, level of world building. I'm kind of exhausted by it personally, but it is very similar to Hotel Artemis.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, I don't know, man. I might just watch Hotel Artemis again instead, but I should probably get to the Wicks at some point.
Yeah, I think you'd actually like them. It would tickle that young child inside of you.
Yes, the young violence-obsessed child inside me who chose the path of light and podcasting instead of the path of dark and being obsessed with guns on an internet forum.
Let's keep on moving.
Oh, Assault on Precinct 13. This is not the remake, though. This is the original one from the 70s. And now, isn't Assault on Precinct 13, directed by John Carpenter, kind of a remake of Rio Bravo?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, tell me more about that.
This is a siege film, which, for those of you that don't know the term, like, it's one location, and there are forces bearing down upon the set of, kind of misfit hodgepodge characters that all have to survive the night in order, they have to rely on each other in order to survive. It's kind of a paradigm. It's a fun, I think, premise that has been put to good use over the years. Howard Hawks used it, like, multiple times beyond Rio Bravo. He basically remade that. Was it El Dorado, maybe?
Yeah.
Not El Dorado. El Rio? Something like that. He basically remade Rio Bravo because it's such a fun premise. Like, to deepen the characters, to have redemption arcs, and, it's a lot of fun. This is a really dark movie, actually.
Well, I imagine it is, both because it's a John Carpenter movie, and also, I mean, I've heard people talk about it more recently and kind of looking back at it and saying, well, this is also a movie about a bunch of cops just mowing down a lot of people who live in a low-income neighborhood.
Yeah. Yes. There is that. I mean,
not to take anything away from John Carpenter.
The movie, I mean, its politics are questionable for sure. But, like, the characters in the movie aren't doing that for no reason.
The people are attacking them.
The reason that they're given is justified within the scope of the movie, but the politics behind why they're making those characters out to be is a little gray area. But
I took a fun thing and made it not fun. You're welcome, everybody.
Well, then let's just keep moving and move on to the next one, which is also super fun.
Oh, Escape from L.A., directed by John Carpenter. Surfin' Snake Plissken.
Yes, that's my former Twitter handle.
That's why I said it out loud. I regret to inform you that I have not seen Escape from New York. I know, but I have seen this movie, which is...
When's the last time you watched it?
I mean, I was much younger. I was probably in high school. It's good. Yeah. Look, again, I love John Carpenter. When not just in that I love his movies, I want to be exactly like him when I am an old man. He is so awesome. He hates everybody. He plays video games nonstop. He's great. I think, I don't know, this one seemed almost cartoonishly dumb to me, whereas
it is.
I was looking for a different vibe at the time.
Yeah, it is cartoonishly dumb. This is a dumb movie. I mean, Snake Plissken surfs on the shore, like next to the shore, a cliff cliff face with Peter Fonda while Steve Buscemi drives a convertible Cadillac along the PCH talking to them. Like, this movie's dumb as shit. Bruce Campbell plays a character, a surgeon, a plastic surgeon who has done so much plastic surgery on himself that, I don't know if it's Rick Baker. I can't remember who do the makeup effects in this, but like, he looks monstrous. There's a scene where Snake Plissken has to play basketball in order to save his life. This movie is dumb.
Yeah.
But it is fun as shit.
Would you say it's a dumb movie that knows it's a dumb movie and is having fun being dumb?
I would not say that just because I don't want to give you the pleasure.
Well, okay, that's good. Thank you for denying me pleasure. I actually like that more. Out of my love for John Carpenter alone, I should give this movie another chance.
It's just, I was trying to think of other, the machine was trying to think of other dystopian LA set movies where characters have to escape. And I'm like, now what is an LA based movie where people have to escape? Escaping in Los Angeles. What could possibly fill that role? Oh wait,
Miracle
I think
Mile.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, okay, great. No, that's I'm glad that your deductive process has brought you here.
Yes. And I highly endorse Escape from LA.
Okay.
All right, let's go to our final film.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs. Ooh, because you're such a huge Tarantino fan. Whenever I go to your house, you have all the different character posters hung up on the walls. And you were saying, just before we started recording, actually, that you totally endorse all of the racial slurs used in this movie. Okay. And
Truman?
And you agree with all of his sexual fetishes that are depicted on screen, yes?
Escape from LA is a dumb movie that knows it's dumb and has fun knowing it's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I got what I wanted, the delayed gratification. So tell me more about this here Reservoir Dogs.
I'm going to let you do the talking on this one because I want to refuse to engage with Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, well, I mean, gosh, I couldn't really say anything about this movie because I was never a 15-year-old white guy. Yeah, it's a movie about a bunch of tough dudes after a crime holed up in a single location trying to hide out from a dangerous situation outside, and high-stakes character drama ensues. There's some needle drops in there as well. Yeah, so I mean, it's cluing into all the same things, and I'm sure that director Quentin Tarantino probably would call out things like Rio Bravo and Stagecoach as inspirations for this, more movies about a group of dudes in a pressure cooker trying to get out of the situation before their goose gets cooked.
Yeah, I would also add that granted, the violence in Reservoir Dogs is a little, obviously, more extreme, but the setting the table for extreme violence within a crime film, I think, starts here.
Yeah.
And so you feel traces of that in Hotel Artemis. And also, this is like, I think Hotel Artemis, for the most part, does a good job of avoiding the cliches that came from Quentin Tarantino. But
yes,
at the same time, it's inescapable to do a crime film and not feel the influence of the kind of, I don't even know how you would describe the dialogue, that particularly comes from this and Pulp Fiction, where they're talking about things that aren't crime.
It's the criminals, they're just like us for real type movie. Like, they have dumb, inane conversations. Yeah. Their criminal job is just a job, and they chat with their friends while they do it the same way you'd talk with your coworkers while you're, going out to pick up work objects. What are jobs, Landon? What is employment?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think this movie is really that violent, and this is probably just a commentary on how fucked society is at this point, but it's really Tim Roth lies in a large pool of blood and makes horrible noises. Some cops get shot and big juicy squibs explode. And yes, there's the scene with Michael Madsen and then the cop who's captured, but you don't even see him cutting the ear off. The camera particularly turns away, and then he comes back and he's holding a fake prosthetic ear.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's the
gruesomeness of it. It's the idea. I think we've been saturated through decades of actually seeing violence at this point that like you lose sight of the impact that this or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which doesn't really have any blood in it at all, and you don't actually see hooks going into people or saws going into people, like, but the impact that the violence has in that is so much more visceral than watching someone's head get caved in.
Yeah, I appreciate the implication of violence rather than the direct shoving your face in it of violence, which certainly in this director's later career, he developed that reputation from movies like this and Pulp Fiction, which I also don't think is that violent. And then he got that reputation, and then it's like, oh, okay, now I'm going to make actual obscenely violent movies because I feel like I have to live up to that reputation. But yeah, look at us sitting here talking about a Quentin Tarantino movie. Aren't you proud?
Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah, I'm proud. Yeah, sure, I'm proud of you, Landon. You found. I mean, I'm always proud. I'm
hollow and dismissive.
No, I'm proud. Well, I'm proud of you all the time for a lot of reasons. But yes, this is very big for you. But honestly, I don't know why I'm proud of you, because as you were telling me, the machine picks these movies, and you're just the humble servant talking about them.
Well, I know. I still have to sit here and talk about it.
Oh, of course. Yes, I'm very proud of you for sitting here and talking to me about a movie. I think it's very hard for you to do.
Yeah, but it's about Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I know. Aren't we all suffering here in our little movie memory machine?
Well, that's been this episode.
Wow. Okay. You end on such a bummer. You should have put this one earlier in the sequence, and you could have gone out on Escape from L.A., the movie that you like.
I have no control over what the machine does.
Of course. Selective lack of control. What I will say, what I will say?
What?
For your praising Hotel Artemis for not indulging in a lot of Tarantino tropes of like the characters all talking in that Tarantino way, I do appreciate the only movie reference that a character in Hotel Artemis, the hard-boiled crime film, makes is a reference to The Lion King when Charlie Day says Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Agreed.
I will take pop culture obsessed criminals, but only if they're talking about animated Disney movies from the 90s. That's a new twist on it. They all have like 3-year-old daughters, so all they're watching is like Frozen and shit.
Cosign. Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, let's end this episode, and we will see folks here back on the main feed for the next film this Friday. Until then, for Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.